Hi guys, this is Alexis from Reflections of a Bookaholic, here with a plan with me and my Plum paper planner, which I use pretty functionally. It's been a year. I start off by showing you my spread from last week, just so you can kind of see how I've done it, and then I show you some stickers, the stickers that I'm using for this week. So something to know, if you notice, about half of those stickers are on, and that's because it's a little mini kit. I don't bring in icons and other stickers. And this is just another way that I'm shopping my stash. And so I used this kit for the week before, and I'm going to use it this week. And I'm here to kind of tell you and show you how I do it functionally in this planner. This planner is a teacher planner, and I've found that it's very perfect for what I need. So I've been using the Plum paper planner functionally for about a year and a half. This is my second year. I'm following the academic schedule since my son is now in school. And what I basically do is lay out these strips or any strips, or I'm basically preparing to put headings at the top. And the reason why I use this planner is instead of planning vertically where I'm trying to keep track of time, what I'm doing is trying to keep track of the various aspects of my life. I'm trying to not balance exactly, but see what I need to do in each area. So I start off by putting washi at the top, in this case strips that came in the kit, like washi strips that came in the kit, and then I put down the date covers because they came in the kit, and sometimes I don't. If the kit doesn't come with them, I go without, but then I put down date covers and put in the date for the week. And so what I also put down, which you'll notice right underneath the date, I put in hydrate stickers. So I'm quite a bit zoomed out on purpose. I want you to see how I plan functionally, but not necessarily the plans that I write in. But I put down a hydrate sticker because I am a person that needs the reminder. And I put it under each day of the week to remind myself and keep track of my water. After that, I go back up to the top and do the headers. And so I look at my week and what's going on, and then I decide the headers for the top. It's pretty consistent these days. There'll be a change like Christmas week when I'm not working as much, or if there's just something else that I don't need, then there'll be a change in the headers. I have plenty of scripts from Alyssa Joyce Plans, her shop. I think her shop is called Alyssa's Craft Shop. I'll have to look. But that's where I get my scripts for my headings. So after I put in my headings, I white out that little calendar box down to the right, and I put in my habit trackers. So I actually track quite a few habits in this planner, and this is because it's pretty easy to do and keep track of. This planner sits on my desk, open, and it doesn't move. It sits there all day, and as I work through the day, I'm looking at it, I'm referring to it, I'm looking at my habit trackers, and so I have quite a few in them. I have the two at the bottom right. And then under the spiritual category, that's the category you see right now, the second one on the right page, I write in, I believe, devotional. And then in the first column on the right side, I usually put in a workout or walk sticker. That category is called self-care. And so I usually put the habit tracker directly in those boxes because I consider working out self-care. So in the bottom right, I had already put down some script stickers. You can't see them because of the foil, but those script stickers say vitamins, and the second one says skincare. So this is the point where I realized that the zoom out is utterly ridiculous. It's just too zoomed out. And guys, I am so rusty. I haven't done a plan with me in a year, and I have never done a functional plan with me, or plan with me in this planner. So I'm really, really rusty, so please bear with me. After that, I start putting in my plans for the week. So I start with the today column, which now that I'm zoomed in, you can see better. And I write in my actual calendar. This is where I put my meetings, my hearings, and just special calls or whatever I have to do that are as flexible in my schedule. I'm an attorney. And so I like to put down my calendar so that I can see how much time I'll have left to do the other things that I need to do. So this week is actually pretty busy because this is the week after the great Texas winter storm of 2021, where everything was canceled last week and everything was just plopped down in this week on top of what was already this week. So this was kind of a stressful week when I was looking at my calendar because I just had so much on it and so much to do. After I get done with the today column, which I put down my calendar, I move to the next column, which is titled work. And then this is just kind of where I put down the to-dos that go with work. I mean, I think it's self-explanatory. I am currently working from home. Hearings are occurring through Zoom. Meetings are occurring through Google Meets or GoToMeetings or Microsoft Teams or whatever. But essentially, everything is virtual. So at the same time that I'm filling out the work column, I'm also filling out the other columns as I see fit. The next column is called task, and this is where I just put like miscellaneous things that I have to do. It's not necessarily work, but it may be stuff for taxes or maybe, other things that I essentially need to get done. But what I've done here is I put down a full box because looking at my calendar plus my to-do list, there's no way that I'm going to have time to do any other task. And so that's kind of how I do it. I just kind of block off time to show essentially no time and skip that area. So you'll see that I put tidy office. You can kind of see some of the things that I put down there. As you can see, I'm in the very first column and filling that out. That one doesn't have a title, but basically I use that column to just kind of put in must-dos or put reminder about things about that day to do with Jacob's school. So for this week, he didn't have school Monday or Tuesday because the storm, oh gosh, you guys, the storm made the power go out. So, 6 inches of snow caused so much disaster in Texas, and the power went out. And so the schools either didn't have power, didn't have water, or their food they had to feed the kids had gone bad. So school was canceled for Monday and Tuesday as the schools had to figure out, just kind of take stock of everything. So I use that column for things like that. When Jacob has spirit days, I put it there, things like that. And so from there, that's just kind of the gist of this side of the planner. Calendar and to-dos and just kind of keeping track. Just giving kind of an update on my life, kind of getting away from the plans. The other half of the planner, the right side, I mentioned self-care, I mentioned spiritual. The other columns are home and notes for this week. And that's kind of like the life side over there. As I'm planning, I often have to look back in previous weeks to see what I didn't get done so that I can make sure I roll it over into this week. In this instance, I put down a full box to take up more space, to not use up all the lines because I didn't have, time to get a lot of to-dos done. Even though I need to get some things done, I'm basically saying, hey, you've got 2 days to try to fit these in. So that's kind of what I do there. So that's just kind of the gist of how I use this planner functionally. One of the things I like about the Plum paper planner is whiteout. It works well with it. The color is nice. It's thin paper, so you really don't want to use a lot of stickers in it because if you're not careful, it will pill up. If you are careful, it's not too bad, but I would definitely recommend having some undo on hand. And the other thing are the sides of the columns. So they're slightly too small, but if you see as I'm putting them down, it is just slight. It can get overcrowded if you're trying to do like a no white space planner or you're using too many stickers. I think you'd run into the same problem that you run into in the Happy planner maybe. But I really enjoy this planner because it really just allows me to compartmentalize my life and just everything that I have going on. So a life update. I didn't plan in 2020. Well, I planned in 2020, but I didn't do any videos because I just didn't want to do the editing. I didn't want to do the editing and voiceovers. Being just completely serious, 2020 was really stressful for me, as I'm sure it was for everybody. But in 2020 or in early 2020, I found out that I was pregnant. And then the pandemic hit in March, and everything about my business, because I owned a law firm, being pregnant, not being able to see family and friends, because, that's what everybody was going through. So I just didn't want the extra task of editing, so I didn't. But that's what I was doing. And then late last year, I had a baby. So I have an infant at home. And so as I catch you up in my plans and start putting out my memory planner, because I'm not calling it a reflection planner these days, and I can tell you why another time, as I am planning in my memory planner and showing you, one of the additions you'll see is that I have an infant and I am not getting sleep, and I'm nursing and pumping and I'm doing all of the baby stuff. And so that's really the big change from the year before. In 2019, my last video was Christmas, I think, of 2019, and then I jumped to 2021 when, like, hi, surprise. So going back to the plan with me, I am looking at my self-care category right now. I'm just marking some things. I note that I put down $2 Tuesdays because I actually look forward to those. I need to update Goodreads. I wanted to do some filming and editing. I needed a book I wanted to finish. I have at-home facial routine. I wanted to do some work in my memory planner. And then I put down some just kind of functional stickers that I have in my collection to mark some things. I think I mark, oh, I have to move that over. Oh, good, I did. I mark that we were going to watch WandaVision. I just basically just some self-care things, cuddles, that's always self-care. Some self-care things that I wanted to fit in. I wanted to say that it's important. And one of the things, I'm using the whiteout so you can kind of see it really looks good, and it looks even better in person. You can kind of see it more now because the lights are so bright, but generally the whiteout really works well in this planner. I also wanted to mention that I spent most of 2020 on a no spend. So at this point, I'm just shopping my stash, looking at my collection, using things from grab bags, mini kits that I bought, never used, or things from D-stashes, whatever I found. That's what I'm using at this time. 2020 really scared me, and I just wasn't interested in buying more stickers at the time, but it worked really well. I'm really proud of myself for doing that. I wanted to also mention that there's like a little sticky note in the far right column, and I used that to plan my menu for the following week. So after that, I kind of zoom you out to show you what the week looks like. As it's planned, this is what I go into the week with it looking like. And then from there, I just kind of check things off, add things in. When things are canceled, move things around, white it out, fill in some of the other columns as I go. And that's basically how I use this planner. If you enjoyed this plan with me, like it, please consider subscribing. I plan to put up more videos. Let me know what you think about this kind of plan with me. I don't know that I'll do it often because it's kind of the same thing, but I don't mind doing it again because this one was kind of fast. But let me know what you think. That's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.